Tank. Do I have Tank's phone number, man? I'm not. No.
You called him before.
Is this thing on? Nah, niggas gotta stop playing with my name.
No, you
haven't spoken to Tank in a little while. If he doesn't answer, I'm gonna send a text. We're gonna get this call out the way.
Hello.
Hi, this is Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast calling, looking for Tank. I'm looking for a gentleman named Tank. Hello? Hello?
Hey, man, something wrong with you, bro.
Now, you knew, nigga, that I was going to call you. Tank, first of all, how you doing, my brother?
Come on, man. I'm always good.
Good.
Always.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, you ready to get to it, man? Why you said that to me, man?
What did I say?
You told me not to call the R&B dudes trash, which I didn't. I just said that they was getting their ass kicked, which
No. You screamed the word trash in Joe Budden fashion. It was loud. It was boisterous.
That sounds like
it was mean.
Well,
kind of Jewish.
For 2022, clarification and transparency is important. Tank, I do a podcast for 7 years. I started radio in 2003. Sometimes, for dramatic purposes, we'll emphasize something that maybe shouldn't be emphasized.
No, you're the king.
We'll throw a little sauce on something that shouldn't be thrown on. But listen, let me tell you, R&B is closer to my heart than hip hop. It is. I'm black. I started in the church. I thought it was like a fact that these guys were getting their ass kicked out there. And in the spirit of competitive nature, because that's what music is, at what point do you have to look at your peers and say, I'm getting my ass kicked out here? Because of you, I'm dedicating my whole podcast to male R&B.
Well, here's the science though. So you know the science, the industry science of it all, right? And so once a thing catches, or once a thing becomes a thing, or a fad, or a texture that's working for the moment, that's what's fed and that's what's super served, right? So we got her, we got SZA, we got Kehlani, we got Jasmine, we got we got Ari, we got these ladies who are having such a dope moment, but their texture, their sonic, everything about what they're doing right now, it's the thing, right? So it's going to be super served, and they're going to have that run.
It
doesn't mean that we aren't doing good shit.
No, the guys are doing good shit, just doing horribly when we start looking at what the women are doing.
If you compare the numbers.
No. Whoa, Tank. This is me. I'm never having a numbers talk. I don't care what the numbers are saying. I'm talking about art. I'm talking about artistically. The women are providing classics and have been for damn near a decade. We could speak from the newest.
You said providing classics?
Yes.
More so than men?
Yes. Yes. Classics. Her Damage is a classic.
Her Damage
is a classic.
Is out of this world. We can't use that. That's unfair.
Oh,
well, that's out of this world.
Okay, then, all right. So I can't do that because classic. We need to have some time in it.
It's an element of time.
Janae Sailing Souls is classic. The mixtape, Us vs. Them, is classic.
Control is classic.
It's stuck around.
Control.
Classic.
Snow, Ella May's debut is impeccable. Now, when we start talking about men, I'm a consumer and I love R&B and I spend my money on it. I don't stream that shit. So I feel like I can hold these niggas' feet to the fire to say, yo, dog, what we doing? When do we get to compete? So listening to you, Tank, because you the man. Wait, let me land. Listening to you, Tank, because you the man. You know how I feel about you, nigga. You the man. I listened to you and went back and said, hey, maybe I'm wrong. I went to listen to today's R&B from men. I went to listen to today's R&B from men this decade. And then I went and listened to every decade of male R&B starting from the 50s. You don't want me to tell you what I come up with because you'll really get mad at me.
Did you land? Because I feel like you landed right there.
I'm done. I landed. I'm done. I landed. I'm out of here.
Joe, here's the tough part about male R&B, right? And why it's had to evolve in the way that it has evolved. You don't have a bunch of women in the rap world doing melody and blurring the lines between what is R&B, what is trap soul, what is hip hop, all of that.
That's a great point. You got a point.
Yo, this guy is good.
That's a great point.
This is
what I do. You know, this is what I do.
Nah, he's the man.
That's a great point.
He's the man. Go ahead.
That's a great point.
These lines for male R&B are so blurred. Listen, let me tell you some truth. I listen to Future and Young Thug for new R&B, melodies and syncopation. I listen to the Migos for new wave syncopation and melodies and dynamics. That's what I listen to.
This guy's good. No, he's smoking this shit. He's going crazy right now.
He's killing it. He's killing it.
But why do all male artists seem to do that though?
We have to compete, right? That space right there, the melodic space, is owned by rappers.
That's true.
And so if we don't find a way to infuse who we are into that dynamic, we are going to die.
He's right. He's 1,000%.
Yeah, he's right. I don't know that he's right.
He's right. He's right.
I don't.
The point is very valid.
His point is right.
Women still have like the coldest female rappers right now. Your Cardi, your Nicki, they rap.
They rap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They rap. The chorus is rap. There's no melodic nothing.
Yeah.
No, they're not stepping on our toes. Every hot hip hop artist right now is all melody, and some of them sensitive. Some of them are sensitive.
Now,
some of these are women. They're lady records where they talking about doing stuff to them that only R&B guys should be able to do.
Now I'm gonna allow him to be right because I could say Doja Cat's name and end what he's saying. I could say I could mention the City Girls when you talk about that pacing and that tone, the same way you speak about Migos, not to the same degree. But they're
not stepping on women's toes.
No, but I won't argue your point because you're right. Your point is correct. Men seem to have to, but that's why I won't argue your point. Because in my R&B point, let's exclude those men. Let's exclude Bryson Tiller. Let's exclude Party Next Door.
Black.
Let's exclude Black.
Why do we have to exclude them though?
Because of your point. Because they have to play in an arena that the women do not. So you're right about that.
That is the evolution of R&B.
But he's saying
he says that's the evolution of male
R&B.
evolution
of R&B. That's the evolution of male R&B.
But then why is it not the evolution for women?
Like I said, they don't have to dance. You know what I'm saying? In spaces that they don't belong. Like women are still allowed to be sensitive. Women are still allowed to be vulnerable, and they're allowed to sing their faces off. Name the last hit record from a male R&B guy that was able to sing his face off, like full out sing, like go crazy. You can't even think of one.
Yeah, because I can't think of 10 of the guys that can sing their face off at a live show with a mic in front of their face without a beat.
They can, but they shy away from the moment because it's just not popular.
So then we gotta pull within ourselves. Yo, listen. I was at R&B Live that fucking Eric Nix used to throw in the city when The Dream came there and performed his hits, and Luke James came there and performed nothing but a voice, and it worked. Luke James is still there. Leon Bridges is still there. We have acts with voices that can sing, but if male R&B is not pulling that out because we're trying to fucking appeal to the kids and the streaming and all this other shit, then the playing field will never be even, Tank. Then the girls will be playing at an advantage that the men don't. Tank, have you heard Cleo Soul's projects?
Cleo Soul, no.
Do yourself a favor.
Yo,
Tank,
please.
do me a solid favor.
You know me, check it out.
CLEO space SOL. See, I'm talking about somebody that may not be so mainstream, may not be so commercial, but she ain't here to play these little mainstream kitty games. I'm here to do the art.
Yeah,
watch these beats. Watch these beats. Watch my voice, the arrangement, the songwriting. She is incredible.
Yeah,
that's what I mean, Tank.
Inflows also.
I don't disagree with you, but I'm still going to go back to the element of competition,
right, though.
where we are deal in competition with rappers who are dominating our space.
He's right.
And then at the end of the day, like these cats want to eat. They're not all me, where they built a 20-year foundation and they got, cult following and fans and all of these things. They're brand new in the space, trying to figure out, number one, not just be artistic, but also be famous and also be successful.
And put food on the table.
So when these guys are signed to major record labels and getting these deals and all of that things that are run by lawyers, and lawyers only know bottom lines, some of the artists sacrifice because they're like, y'all gotta fit in right here on this Hot 100 or we're not gonna make it. How many 23-year-olds want to be played on R&B or Urban AC radio? None of them. They want to be popping.
He's right.
Valid.
He's 100.
No, he's right. But I do think that someone could come out and kill it, like a true vocalist come out and kill it.
You know who could? Sam Smith could do it. Oh, let him do it all day. Adele could do it
all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't do it again.
Ed Sheeran can do it all day.
I'm just saying that Ed Sheeran can do it.
That's true.
They'll let him do it all day.
He's right.
Posty.
And it goes straight to power rotation. They don't have to start. Let's wait till your streaming numbers get up. Oh, let's start it over here at these stations with small bandwidth. Oh, let's wait to let's go viral first, and then they don't do none of that.
Tank.
They go after their art like.
He's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're supposed to, like the infrastructure used to go after ours. The infrastructure don't go after the male R&B art no more. The love of male R&B, black male R&B, is under attack, whether you notice that or not. And that's not just in music. That's an entertainment overall.
Oh, he just went nuclear.
Air horns, man.
No,
Air horns.
He's out of here. He's killing that shit. Wait, because that's too important of a point for me to skip past. The male R&B is under attack whether you see it or not. Your eyes would view it differently because you're a fucking go to this shit. What do you see?
Well, I see that our opportunities are just not the same.
Decreasing.
You know what I mean? When it comes to male R&B, when it comes to us singing our love songs and our songs of sensuality, our songs of celebrating our women, the playing field is not the same. The starting point is not the same. Like you take this to a meaningful record station, you know what I mean, that plays all of this other music, and the first thing they're going to say is, well, what are the streams? What does the Instagram look like? What is all of these? What's the story before I play this record? Like, it's not even about the traditional process. And so now you got kids who have to try and jumpstart love songs. You know what I'm saying? On their own.
Gotta go get Lil Baby.
Or be forced to go to and let me show love to R&B radio and Urban AC radio because that's my house, right? But we're talking about an array of stations that take 6 months to build a record. And by the time you put that album out after that 6 months of trying to sell one record, who's going to buy an album based on one record?
No.
And then you gotta start all over again. With the next record, another 4 to 6 months, where these guys on the other side of it, guess what? If that record is popping, we top 40 in 3 weeks. Oh, it's responding on TikTok. It's responding here. More avenues to even play that record. The people, the branding, they're not, bro, do you know how many people, you know how many branding opportunities I do not get? And I've been doing this. But they would rather brand a murderer, a drug dealer, or somebody who just beat death row, murder beef, instead of promoting my love.
He's barring this up.
Yo, he killing this shit.
Like, it's under attack.
Well, Tank, they're gonna say that you old, and that's why they'll go with a young murderer.
No,
right?
No, they're not going to say that. They're not going to say that.
Well, and I don't understand because R&B is not a young man's game.
No, they're going to go. They're going to go with what's hot,
what's hot,
with what the people are buying, what the people are responding to.
R&B used to be a young man's game too. Like
Absolutely,
in the 80s and 90s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you make a good point.
Youth is not even. It's not even, doesn't matter anymore. Yeah,
just
that's not even the point. Yeah. Like, we can think of many rappers that are over 50 that are cracking.
But let me ask you. You think none of that changes with the resurgence? Not the resurgence, but the dominance of verses, where catalogs might become a little more important, and a younger generation might learn a little bit or have more appreciation for some of the older acts. They used to announce that the streaming went up after every verses, right? So I mean, it had some impact.
Well, here's where it would. Here's where it would hold real value, right? If after a versus, if after a versus with SWV and Escape, a record company saw the value in R&B girls groups, and five to 10 of them got signed. Didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So, or from male R&B standpoint, if they're like, oh, we see the value in that male R&B when Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown did the thing. Let's sign up about 20 of them. Didn't happen. Let's push this to, like, versus is mainstream for those people with a catalog. Those people who've done it, those people who have value or are foundational artists to what it is that we do. It helps them. It don't help the overall.
Speaking of catalog, I have to ask you this while I have you. Because when the whole Black Ground thing came about, I was conflicted still. I still buy music. I want artists to get their money. I was there for the whole debacle at first. And then you were the only Black Ground act that was like actually promoting the re-release. Rest in peace, Aaliyah, of course. Are you supportive of the release or not? Because I didn't buy your shit because I wasn't sure.
I'm 1,000% supportive of the release.
Okay.
And
that's great. That's great.
And the reason I have to be is because there's two ways of looking at this, right? I can be mad at the 10 plus years that I lost revenue, or I can look forward to the 10 plus years to where I can generate revenue. And so I choose the latter. It is what it is, because in my mind, I had already moved on without that catalog. I was like, I'm going to make bigger and better songs. It is what it is. But now that it's out, this is money I didn't count on. I didn't think this was going to ever happen. And I definitely wasn't going to try to sing 40 songs that I sang in my 20s with this 40-year-old throat. I was not going to do.
Thank God.
No way.
Thank you, Tank. Thank you. Thank you.
So I counted it a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this guy is so holistic.
It's the good with the bad.
Nah, that's a dope.
This guy,
that makes a lot of sense when you look at it that way, though.
It does.
No, this guy's good. Yeah. Listen, this guy don't survive this long without being good. This guy's good. Yeah. All right, my last question, man. And not even a question. I still get hype when I see you and Tyrese like each other's Instagram posts. I do. Hello?
I'm waiting for you to land.
I also think that TGT album is top 5, 10 R&B album to release last decade. I don't know if y'all really know how amazing that project was, or y'all wouldn't be doing this frivolous bullshit, but I'll mind my business. Is anybody going to be the bigger person at some point for the greater sake of music, or nah?
Let me tell you right now.
Come on.
Let me tell you right now.
You know Tyrese just wild out sometimes. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
That's my man.
You know what I'm good at? I'm good at accepting people for who they are.
Yes!
You know what I'm saying?
Yes! You know Tyrese be wilding. Y'all don't do that. The Rock forgave him.
And my brother is my brother.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Right or wrong.
That's my guy.
My brother is my brother. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I go to bat for him. I go to war with him. So think about this. If you see me and Tyrese, y'all ain't really seen us like kicking it together, but you see like in the pictures, like there's more to that. You know what I'm saying? Of me and Ty, like people don't realize like that's my brother. Like we damn near talk every week, every couple of days. So if you see us doing that, who's missing?
Tank.
I knew that's where he was going.
Tank. Well, first of all, no, we can find Genuine.
No, but
I
get what he's saying.
Joe,
I can get Genuine. I'll call Genuine tomorrow.
Joe, I dare you to track him down.
I bet you I can get him. Tank, all you gotta do is offer niggas some pussy. I bet you I can find Genuine right now. I can find him tomorrow, this weekend. Tank, I know the baddest bitches in New York. What are you talking about? Why y'all having a hard time? All right, say less. Say less.
That's all you need? Say no more.
All you had to do was tell me.
Listen, don't you dare prey on my brother's weakness. Don't you do
come
this.
Come on, man. I know how to get a nigga in the studio.
Bring him a Dykeman.
Why Genuine to lose his mind in Dykeman, man?
Yeah, it's a nice studio right over here.
Yeah, come on. All right, great. All right, that's good. That's good to know. But yeah, no, all right. That's all I had, because that TGT album. Oh man, I still do it.
Hey, listen, one of the most grueling processes I've ever been through making an album, but one of the coolest R&B albums ever, in my opinion.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Y'all went crazy, which is why y'all got to excuse it. Y'all knew Genuine was going to be a problem when he was high up there. Good Morning America.
No.
Some shit.
Here's what Genuine is. Right?
All us have a little bit of drink before we go to Good Morning America.
You stop it.
I'm serious.
No, here's what Genuine is. Let me tell you what Genuine is. Genuine is the least problematic person I've ever met in this industry, whatever. And Genuine is at a point in his life where stress doesn't register for him. And if it looks like stress, he's so well off, his money good, his land is good, his kids are good. He don't need the stress.
He know Bernice?
And so, huh?
Does he know a young lady by the name of Bernice Burgos?
She's been around. We've seen her. We've seen her.
She's killing.
She's been around.
All right, now she just walked into a wall. She's looking good now. I'm gonna find Genuine. All right. I just wanted to know that the potential was there for a project if need be. If I got to call Kaiser myself, I'm gonna get this done. Goddammit.
I think it's needed. I think it's necessary.
Me too. I
think 2022 there should be a summertime TGT out. That's just me.
Tyree's waiting for The Rock to do the next little nigga. The Rock ain't.
Listen, Tyrese is gonna surprise you. Tyrese is going to surprise you. If you talk to him, he's gonna shock you.
Yo, you know what? I'm calling him in an hour. I'm gonna call him. Tank, I appreciate you. I love you, of course, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay,
that was fantastic,
fam.
Round of a fucking hold up, man.
Yeah, get that nigga some air horns, some drums, some shots.
Get him a pod.
Word. He did that.
Well, observation number one: it's painfully obvious that Tank needs a podcast.
Word. Yeah. They need a TGT pod or something.
He could talk.
I wish all you guys that weren't good at podcasting would stop making them so we could find the jewels like Tank and Vince Staples and get them to really do one without feeling like it's oversaturated in the market.
Bars.
He smoked that shit, yo.
He went crazy. Yeah, but he's passionate about R&B.
But no,
see, that still... But wait, let's highlight that. I don't want to skip over that. Because that be the passion that you could hear in people it's missing nowadays. Like, if you listen to me, yeah, I'm a lunatic. But you can hear passion from music, right? And that feels good.
Right.
When you speak to Tank, you can hear that. When you speak to Preem, you can hear, right? Yep. That just feels good, yo. Now, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm sure all musicians have some level of passion.
I disagree.
Dog, this nigga...
Well, he said musicians, Ice.
Okay.
He said musicians.
Musicians, keyword.
He said musicians.
Fam, he broke...
Not these artists. No.
No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
He broke the shit down, though, in layman terms where you can understand what he's saying, right? You can ingest it, and you can really see his point.